$98.1 the max.
The chickens and stuff.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, you couldn't get to the grocery store to get eggs, so you had enough eggs for these chickens.
How many chickens do you need to eat to have enough eggs to have?
Well, stop and think about it. If you can't get to the grocery store and you've got multiple chickens, well, that's dinner and breakfast.
It is smart, but how many chickens do you need to have enough eggs? You probably need a half dozen chickens, right?
Probably about 3. No, you can do 3.
Okay.
And they can produce enough eggs to, get you by through the week.
Do you have chickens?
I had chickens, but I do not anymore.
What'd you name them?
I didn't name them.
Yeah, I'm going to eat them. I ain't going to name them.
Exactly. They're not pets, they're food.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
So were you saying this Mother's Day comment was something nice?
No, I just said it was an interesting. I meant that it was an interesting text message.
Is she saying I'm a biatch? Huh? Is she saying that I didn't think that my Mother's Day was a big deal? Like Mother's Day isn't a big deal to me? I don't know. I'm sure I offended somebody some way.
Let me see. Never mind Mother's Day and oh, like, yeah, you kind of acted like Mother's Day was not a big deal in general. Like you were like, oh, Mother's Day is fine. I think this lady is in this text message is offended that she didn't get a very good Mother's Day. I swear I think Charlotte texted that.
I know. I guess my question is I don't even know how to respond to this.
You don't have to because I wrote it. I texted it last night from Margot's phone.
Why?
Why did I do it?
Uh-huh.
I thought it might be a good topic and a good way to talk about Charlotte's point of view without bringing them up.
Oh. That's so funny.
Apparently you do not agree with that.
Well, I was having a hard time understanding.
Goats. In Germany.
Oh, my God.
The goats of Germantown.
That's fantastic. I don't get it.
I don't either. I do love me some Tate County, though. Cancel culture's real, Danny. And it affects the horses from the Kentucky Derby. Because that's what people care about.
Oh, I know.
Think we should drop that song or no?
I think we're all right. Oh, okay. Now, what do you want me to do about this audio?
Which audio?
I came out, was it Sunday night, put the trash out. I look over and he's bent over, winding up his hose. And like, that's my view of my neighborhood. He works on his car.
Okay, that audio.
He does it. And
we can read these texts, play that call, and then you can be like, neighbors don't just have weird stuff, they do weird stuff, and then hit that.
Okay.
I saw a neighbor naked once.
Nice.
No, it wasn't. In fact, it made me self-conscious. He was hung like a dinosaur. And I was like, wow, she's dealing with that poor thing.
Stop. A family in Texas took out an ad of their local paper to post an obituary for their pet chicken. The chicken's name was Big Mama.
Pet chickens.
This is a terrible news report from Texas.
The owner of a chicken named Big Mama shared her obituary as an ad in the Eagle newspaper. The ode to the hen spoke of how the Sword family rescued her from being put down in 2013. She no longer had to be cooped up and spent the rest of her days with 24/7 love in College Station. Now, there was no foul play involved in Big Mama's death. Her family believes their beloved chicken has made it to the other side in peace.
Made it to the other side.
Yeah, see,
just full of puns.
that's the problem. People are like, "Oh, those are terrible puns," and to me, I'm like, "That is glorious.
Right? You are
That
so
is
creative.
great writing." So impressed.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why I like puns so much.
Because they're punny.
I think they are.
They're the opposite of a broken leg. They're humorous. Did you go to high school with Eric Hasseltine?
No,
Just curious.
because I'm
Well,
typing with everybody else.
I'm just going to start asking if you everybody in media in this town, I'm going to assume they went to high school with you. Because that seems like a safer bet than they didn't go.
It is kind of funny.
That 3 classes of Houston high school had this many people that would be in local media. Everybody from Lana to Johnny Harden. Lord have mercy.
You know Bucko, right?
Oh, yeah. Dude, Bucko, too.
Oh yeah, we cheered together. I mean, we were
Tight friends.
right.
Best of friends. Besties. You ever spend the night at her house?
No,
She ever spend the night at yours?
no.
We weren't
She was a year older.
Oh.
So we weren't besties. Can't do that.
just steez.
Actually, I take that back. Because two of my little group, one was older, one was younger. We mixed it all up.
You had a little group.
Of course we did.
A clique. You had a clique. With Nirvana t-shirts, flannel, and combat boots. I had a pair of Doc Martens one time I got for $40 at a yard sale, and I ended up giving them away
Nice.
because I hated them. They were 400 pounds.
They are heavy. I decided to buy the steel toes one time. That was the dumbest thing I could have ever done.
You can't even pick your feet up. You're just dragging your feet everywhere you go.
What do I need steel toe Doc Martens for? Whose ass am I kicking? No one's.
Nobody. What kind of work am I doing? Nothing. Text, call, audio.
And out of this.
Danny
Is animal not a species?
and Country Corey
Do I want Satan or the devil? I don't know.
on 98.1 The Max.
Weird things in your neighbor's yard?
And if they don't, and if your neighbors aren't weird, you're the weird neighbor. You're absolutely right about that, Danny. Absolutely right.
And I didn't think about that or realize that till this morning.
901-535-9898. Somebody texted the Rick's Powder Cutting line. So we live in Germantown and had neighbors with goats. They would walk them on leashes in the neighborhood. Can you potty train a goat? House
No,
a goat?
because my brother has goats in Germantown. He has pigs, ducks, peacocks.
How much land does your family own? I mean, you sound like they sound like they live on 100 acres somewhere,
Nope.
right next to the McDonald's in Germantown.
No. Well, the nursery that he has been there since the 50s. My mom actually worked there in the 80s. And they were known as the Germantown Zoo. There was an emu there at one time, and I loved watching the Germantown cops on Poplar trying to catch that emu. It's a highlight.
901-535-9898. We're talking about chickens, so we got a little info on chickens here. Go ahead, girl.
Talking about the chickens and stuff.
Yeah.
During the pandemic, you couldn't get to the grocery store to get eggs. So you had enough eggs for these chickens.
How many chickens do you need to eat to have enough eggs to have?
Well, stop and think about it. If you can't get to the grocery store and you've got multiple chickens, well, that's dinner and breakfast.
It is smart, but how many chickens do you need to have enough eggs? You probably need a half dozen chickens, right?
Probably about 3. No, you can do 3,
Okay.
and they can produce enough eggs to, get you about through the week.
My question here, Danny, is that if you can't get to the grocery store to get eggs, where do you get chickens?
I don't know where you buy chickens from.
Like even in general, even if it's today, because is there somewhere I could stop on the way home and grab a chicken? I mean, is Tractor Supply got that sort of thing?
I don't know, but you have to make sure it's a hen, and you got to make sure it's a baby, because they only lay eggs for 2 to 3 years. They can live up to 8.
You only got eggs for 2 years, and you got to make sure you got a girl. How do you know? How do you tell the difference on a little yellow chick? How do you tell the difference if it's a boy or girl?
You got to turn it upside down. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I mean, he ain't got a thing hanging down like so you don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about chickens, Danny. I don't.
I don't either. I'm scared of them. I don't like them pecking near my feet. I don't want anything to do with the chicken.
Scared of chicken.
I would take a chicken over a naked neighbor, though.
Yeah, that's actually happened to me before.
And did you say anything to him, like go put some clothes on?
No.
Check out this couple who has to deal with nudity constantly next door.
I came out, was it Sunday night, put the trash out. I look over and he's bent over, winding up his hose. And that's my view of my neighborhood. He works on his car and he does it naked. And, everyone's called the police. But he's just out there doing his yard work, is whatever he needs to do outside naked.
Have some respect for the neighborhood kids. Kids catch the bus here. It's wrong. I've seen these people actually stand on their front steps, buck naked, both of them, and talk to a police officer.
Oh my God.
Sheriff's Department.
It's
Sheriff's
funny.
Department told me turn my head.
I'm not one of those people that have concerns just because it's their way of life and it's on their property and I know it's legal.
If they're private, why are your privates on display? I mean, that's not private at all. That's very public.
They must not call them privates. They must call them, these are my public spots.
These are my public parts. Tractor Supply seems like it's the main place to get chickens, as people have been blowing up our Rick's Powder Coating text line saying that, including Brittany from Brighton. They will section them off, males and females. She has 11.
I went I lived in an apartment one time, and the neighbor who lived next to me, I'm standing out on my little patio, apartment's got a patio, and the fence it was down, and he had his curtains or the vertical blinds in front of the sliding glass door. He had those wide open, and I saw him. It was almost the same thing. He's in his kitchen at his stove, buck naked, and I'm standing there smoking, and he turns around, I guess, to get something for the stove or whatever. And it is all on display, wide open. And I'm like, I got self-conscious
Because he's hung like a horse.
because I was like, wow, so that's what a real man looks like.
Did you leave and go buy some chickens?
No, I went back in the house laughing and feeling bad for myself. Okay, so females are called pullets. What chickens? Pullets. Males are called cockerels. Is that real?
It is on this show.
Okay, sure. We'll take that as real. Let's look through the text real quick and see what we got. Yeah, Tractor Supply, co-ops, Stockdales. Good places to get chickens, I guess.
Yeah.
So if you ever wanted to get chickens, now we've learned you how or where to go get them.
Well, I've just learned to never take my kids to Tractor Supply. Thank you for the advice. Because we walk out with chickens.
You will walk out with chickens too as soon as they see them. Mom, can we have chickens?
No. But you got to be careful. No matter where you live, they will get killed. easily and quickly.
Dogs, cats, everything loves to fight a chicken. That's for sure. Oh, we got an audience out the door.
Oh yeah, you normally buy them 1st of March through Easter because that's what people think it's cute.
You gotta get baby chicks for Easter. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. All right.
I'm not doing it.
Your morning wood is coming up in just a bit. Got some Malco movie passes for you. We'll give you 3 headlines. You get to pick the one that's real. Yeah, I don't like the window and the door.
What?
Coronavirus.
Still continuing to roll right now.
He stood there staring at me for like half that break.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
I'll have a newspaper over that window on day 3. But I did get a biscuit out of it, so that's good.
No one else called. No one calling.
Nope.
But thanks for all your chicken information, Al. Justin, you missed a chicken talk.
Morning.
And
What did I miss?
something that you probably don't give a cluck about. Worked all morning on that one.
That's not a chicken biscuit?
It says sausage. What is up with this?
No, it's a chicken biscuit. It's a chicken biscuit.
They're just trying to be funny at Chick-fil-A?
I guess so.
That's weird. That's crazy.
I don't know.
Do you think us talking about chickens has got him to go and then we just have that much influence on everyone?
That's
Unfortunately, yes, we will still. He can't hear me.
maybe. I'm down for having some chickens. Me and my wife going to start farming quail next year. You farm them, I'll hunt them, Justin.
Public spots. That's funny. Not public spots. Public.
Public.
Duck eggs. Not eating them.
Why not? These scrambled eggs are scrambled eggs, right?
I know because chicken eggs taste different. I mean, chicken eggs. Jesus, Danielle. Eggs from my in-laws taste different from the ones from the store.
Mm-hmm.
They're richer.
Mm-hmm. Way more delicious.
Mm-hmm. And Carl laughs at me. I'm like, if you dye them white, I'll touch them.
But since they're not white, you can't do it, huh?
Mm-mm. No, I've gotten better about it. No, you just get, I don't know why. It's like, ooh, this tomato's out of my garden. I gotta go to the store and buy some.
I'd much rather have some homegrown tomatoes than tomatoes in the store.
I don't like tomatoes, so I look out.
Well, John from Tate County is just put the phone down, man. Well, they're very messagey today.
Very watching YouTube banner. Okay, I'm confused. Do we have 2 Johns going on here? Or our text is all messed up? Yes, I'm sorry, John. See how I got January 21st and June 8th. And then today. He said watching us banner is fun.
Where did he say that?
I'm telling you, it's all scrambled for some reason.
I've got today's. Oh, that's somebody different. See, we're just fun.
Oh, we got John from Tate and we got John. Okay. I'm catching up. Anything we want to do quick before this?
We have something quick.
And from what I looked at today was lame-o. I mean, it's all unless we want to do the horse stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't. Today's Twilight Zone day. What's your favorite Twilight Zone?
I've got one too. How about that?
I do too. Let me make sure I get the correct title of it.
I don't remember the title of it. I can just remember what it's about.
We'll Google that and you can find the title.
Why do I have to Google it? Why can't I just tell you what it's about? Nobody remembers Twilight Zone titles.
Oh, yes, they do. And I think mine was the second one that came out.
I'm close to that.
In time enough at last. And it describes him as a henpecked book lover. Henpecked, really?
Oh, that one with Burgess Meredith in it?
Yes.
One for the Angels. Originally aired October 9th, 1959. Oh, you know I'm living down the Twilight Zone. Oh, sorry. I think the guy that was in this played the Scarecrow, the Wizard of Oz.
Really?
I think. I don't know for sure. No, he was not. He was the Mad Hatter's voice in the original Alice in Wonderland, though.
Huh. What?
Nothing. I'm doing stuff, and you're just in your own little world.
I am.
Here we go.
Now back to Danny
LOL moment. Wow.
and Country Corey
Can I bring a bottle of bourbon and a bag of weed?
on 98.1 The Max.
And today is Twilight Zone day.
The Twilight Zone.
I loved watching it as a kid.
That was a cool show. I mean, it's on Netflix or something now, and I got into it a couple of years ago.
The originals, because when they redid it, I was not into it.
Yeah, it's they had all of them. They had every season on there.
Because they started redoing them, what, like 10 years ago or 20? I don't know. I can't keep up with time, but
Yeah, they did start to redo them, and they weren't nearly as good as what they were before.
for whatever reason, a few years ago, we were talking about our favorite Twilight Zone episodes, and my dad started describing mine, and it just blew my mind. I was like, "That's mine! That's mine!" It's the Time Enough at Last.
Do you know the name of the episode?
Just because I've looked it up,
Okay, I was gonna say, who knows the names of these episodes?
I think a lot of people do. Just because it's like a cult of Twilight Zone.
500-year-old TV show, and everybody knows the title of each episode. Is that really a thing? Because I didn't know that. If it is,
901-535-9898. If you know the titles of any original Twilight Zones, please prove Corey wrong. What's the title of yours? I know you looked it up.
Only because you made me. One for the Angels. It's the one about a salesman that tries to cheat death.
Oh yeah.
So he does, but then this little girl gets hit by a car, and death comes for the little girl instead of him. So he feels guilty and tries to make it okay.
Mine is about a dude who loves to read. No one will let him read. So he goes down and hides in the vault at the bank he works at. He comes out. There's a nuclear war. Everybody's dead. He goes to the library, and all the books are there. He can read and read as long as he doesn't break his glasses.
Oh. And knowing the Twilight Zone, that's exactly what happened.
Of course it is.
No word on people knowing Twilight Zone episodes.
Liar.
Good morning. You're on the Max. Do you know Twilight Zone episodes?
The Hitchhiker.
So
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Thanks. I've been proven wrong, Danny. I hope you're happy.
That's
Danny ruins everything.
isn't there one with the Quaker on the airplane?
The Quaker on the airplane. I have no idea.
Somebody's on the airplane.
No.
The airplane, or is that just from Bridesmaids? I don't know.
I don't know.
Save me.
Mornings on the Max with your Morning Wood.
Which one of these Morning Wood headlines is the real headline? Would caterpillar hair shirts become the latest fashion trend in Japan?
Would Zoom meetings have been made illegal by Florida's governor's new executive order to encourage people to return to office?
Or would a woman say she caught her boyfriend cheating when he accidentally sent a video instead of a photo? 901-535-9898. Which one of those Morning Wood headlines is the real headline? Clear.
The broken stopwatch.
98.1 The Max. Who's this?
It's Rick.
Rick, which one of those headlines is the real headline, brother?
I wasn't even listening. I was going to call and tell you about Penny for Your Thoughts. That was my favorite Twilight Zone episode.
Ooh, very nice.
Which
Thank
one is that?
The one where the penny lands on his edge, and the whole day he can hear everybody's thoughts while the penny's on his edge
Oh, wow.
in his little tray. And then, like, at the end of the day, he's really about to find out something, and somebody bumps the box, and the penny falls over, and he can't hear anybody thinking anymore.
Oh, crazy.
It was a good one.
Thanks, Rick. We appreciate you, brother.
I keep thinking
Oh,
it's
yeah, have a
fun
good
to
one.
watch. Thanks, Rick. I'm gonna have to watch these. Nightmare at 20,000 feet. Yep, that's with the person on the thing.
98.1 The Max. Who's this?
The Hitchhiker.
You're the hitchhiker? Oh. All right, great.
Hey, call and ask a question before we do a contest, Danny.
Good thinking.
Really, Al? Water? Ugh. Ow.
I think Al is insinuating that those eggs do not have much flavor. Really, you think? Was that what he's saying?
Okay, I'd come out of before we go into that.
What?
I'd come out of the stop set and say, Danny goofed it up. Everybody's calling with the Twilight Zone answer. We need somebody to call him with this answer.
Okay. But you know, in 1959, when the Twilight Zone was cool and new, it was must see TV for teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going after this one. And away we go.
Mornings on the Max with your Morning Wood.
Yeah, I kind of goofed and asked what everybody's favorite Twilight Zone episode is, and well, you got to answer this first. Then we might go back to it, but we need somebody to tell us what Morning Wood headline is the real one first.
Would caterpillar hair shirts become the latest fashion trend in Japan?
Would Zoom meetings have been made illegal by Florida governor's new executive order to encourage people to return to the office?
Or would a woman say she caught her boyfriend cheating when he accidentally sent a video instead of a photo? 901-535-9898 for Malco movie passes.
Chikabacha, Makatiti.
98.1 The Max. Who's this?
Hey, this is John. Are y'all still doing the Twilight episodes?
Yeah, man, sure.
How about the one, How to Serve Man, where the aliens came down and tried to tell everybody how they were going to take such good care of them because they had the book, How to Serve Man, but it was really a cookbook.
Ooh, very nice.
How to Serve Man.
Yeah.
And Danny, this is the John that said the thing about the bathroom earlier. I'm one of the 200 people that are watching y'all this morning.
Right on.
Hey, John.
We appreciate your multimedia experience.
Okay, thanks, man.
Thanks,
Have
buddy.
a good day.
Bye. $98.1 The Max. Who's this?
JR.
What's happening, JR? How are you, brother?
I was going to guess the headline.
All right, go ahead. Which one of those headlines is the real one?
Would it be the Caterpillar shirt?
Thank God it's not.
It is not the caterpillar shirt. Although I bet it would be soft and cuddly.
All righty.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
98.1 The Max. Who is this?
That's Rick. I thought I'd call back and give it a shot.
Why not, man? It may as well. Which one of those headlines is the real headline?
The idiot with a phone.
Always the idiot with the phone. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to send any kind of pics or videos.
No, I always bet on the idiot with a phone.
Nice, Rick. Congratulations. You got Malco movie passes and you got Morning Wood.
Always.
All right, we appreciate you, Rick.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, bye.
I'm starting a list for Bobby.
Did you put OPEX on there? OPEX control for
I
you?
started this list because of asking that question, and I had yet to.
He's happy the hog is sloth that Morgan's here today.
You know it.
What am I doing?
I got 1, 2, 3, 5. Number 6. Do I bring my own towel?
Or will towels be provided? Oh. What are we doing? We're doing a show, aren't we?
5 seconds.
I am absolutely all of a sudden a scatterbrain.
Wood.
Which Morning Wood headline is the real headline for today? Would caterpillar hair shirts become the latest fashion trend in Japan?
Would Zoom meetings have been made illegal by Florida's governor's new executive order to encourage people to go back to the office?
Or would a woman say she caught her boyfriend cheating when he accidentally sent a video instead of a photo?
901-535-9898. Good morning. Who's this?
JR.
What's happening, JR? How are you, brother?
I was going to guess the headline.
All right, go ahead. Which one of those headlines is the real one?
Would it be the Caterpillar shirt?
Thank God it's not.
It is not the caterpillar shirt. Although I bet it would be soft and cuddly.
All righty.
Thank you, brother.
That's Rick. I thought I'd call back and give it a shot.
Why not, man? It may as well. Which one of those headlines is the real headline?
The idiot with a phone.
Always the idiot with the phone. You are correct, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to send any kind of pics or videos.
No, I always bet on the idiot with a phone.
Nice, Rick. Congratulations. You got Malcolm movie passes and you got Morning Wood.
Always.
This story is insanity. So a girl on TikTok shared a picture her boyfriend sent her of a stuffed lamb propped up in front of pillows on a hotel room bed saying, "I miss you." Although it wasn't a picture, it was a live photo. My phone does not do this. It's actually a video clip that's a few seconds long. When you get a picture like that, you can hold down on the picture and it'll show you like 3 seconds of video or whatever. And at the very end of the video, another woman plopped down on the bed.
No way.
Yeah, that is what happened. Crazy. Looks like you have some company is what she put when she posted the video to TikTok. However, I'm about to play Danny's role here and ruin this story. I don't think it's true.
No?
Nope. Because you only see the girl for a second in the video, just a second. And she's blonde with kind of puffy lips. So you go look at this girl's TikToks. I think it's her in the video.
Oh, and they're just trying to get famous.
Just trying to get clicks. That's when maybe I shouldn't have ruined it live on the air, but that was what I thought. I mean, almost immediately when I saw it, I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like the girl whose account this is. So I believe it to be a real possibility.
Yeah, I'm any of these people who do this for clicks.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, my husband can ruin any magic trick or any prank or anything.
Just because he knows how it's done?
But he just tries to figure it out. And it's just like, God, can't you just watch it? He's like, that's fake. Or if it's like a funniest home video that, no, they did. Did
I just do that?
No, I think because just nowadays, it just reminds me of like, what was their names? Like Heidi and Spencer. Remember them?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like everybody's Heidi and Spencer now, just trying to get clicks.
Yeah.
So to me, that's a little different. Whereas, you're not I don't know if you're ruining it. Just that's what people do. My husband can ruin anything, though.
Is that where you learned it from?
Yes.
All right, coming up after 8 o'clock, the things that you do that your spouse has asked you to stop doing because you don't do it right or you don't do it like the way that my wife has actually asked me not to clean the house.
Ooh, Margot.
I'll tell you how I got out of that one in minutes. All right. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, wait a minute. Going at 7 after? That's a hair early. I think I pulled out. We're not going to take it. Does that sound right?
Come again?
I think I pulled out. We're not going to take it. I think I deleted it, but I should have left it in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm. How do you get to play it? Did you find it on TikTok or something?
It was on the show prep. The video is on the, like, if you go to the complete sheet, the story is on the video, is on the video's on the story.
Complete sheet.
Morning, Joy. All right. I will be right back.
Okay. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, when you turn that button on, Sabo! Because I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again. That's awesome. Do you know what today is? It's May 11th. I don't know how many people are watching on Facebook, but you're just watching me stand here. You know, nothing to see here. Move along. Move your feed. Just go scroll past. Scroll past. Oh, it's hot in here. Right now, everybody watching on Facebook Live, Al Johns is winning the comment of the day contest with From Peckers to Peckers. There's the little graduate.
Do what?
There's the little graduate.
Yep, we got both of them in here. One hair and stuff, and you got me down a TikTok trail. That guy wouldn't have taken that picture of that bed.
Nope. He would not.
I'm calling liar on that too.
I believe it to be fake. I believe that was her on the bed.
If you go this way,
I know it's weird.
that way,
It goes backwards.
that way, you move this way.
Trust me, you should see me messing my hair all morning.
Things confusing.
Just go get a brush if you can't find it. It's in my bathroom. Or this is not happening. Where are we?
That's a great question. We're 40 seconds away from talking about what your spouse told me to quit doing. We got a good text message from John in Tate County.
Man, thank God for John.
I know. He's saving us. He's saving us today.
I only get to do this for a few more days. But school will be out anyway. All right, you're going to have to wait till after this break. Close that door if your dad's going to yell at your sister, please.
Wait, you did 24 brushes.
He's on, buddy.
And Country Corey
Now, if I got to pee, I'm like, okay, I'm on borrowed time.
on 98.1 The Max.
Things that you used to do, but your spouse made you stop doing.
Why would Margot ask you to quit cleaning the house?
Because, okay, this happened over the course of about a month. I cleaned the house 3 or 4 times. And the first time I broke a lamp. It was total accident. I was dusting. I was trying to get the picture that was on the wall. And I got a big old booty. So I knocked the lamp over and it broke. And he was angry about that. And then the next time I was cleaning the house, and apparently the baseboards weren't done correctly. And I refused to go back and clean the baseboards again. And then the third, what?
Go ahead.
The third time in this month, I broke the same lamp. The same way. She's like, I know you're doing this on purpose. And honestly, I wasn't. And she was like, we just stop. We just don't clean the house.
Did you glue it back the first time?
Yes.
Gotcha.
And she noticed. I tried to do it where she wouldn't notice.
Yeah, I find a lot of things like that just glued back together. Well, mine, it's kind of similar in my house, but I took a different approach maybe than Margot. So I kept bitching at the carpenter of how he's doing laundry. I didn't like it. So he just quit doing laundry.
Yeah, it works.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I love how you do laundry. Please continue to do it.
And did that change?
Yes.
Margot just says, instead of Corey, it's your turn to clean the house or whatever. Now she's like, I'm gonna clean the house. Will you vacuum? Will you clean the kitchen? Will you clean the bathroom? She's very specific now. There's no more of this letting me run all willy-nilly without supervision.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it because there's just so many things that y'all do wrong. You do a lot of things wrong.
I know.
But I've learned that I can't get any of them done. So I'd rather them be done wrong than not done at all.
901-535-9898. John in Tate County said, after we moved from Pontotoc to Coldwater, my wife planted flowers in every nook and cranny of the yard, along the driveway, the walkway too. By the fourth time I mowed and weed eated, the flowers were blooming. I accidentally cut a bunch down. Guess what? John in Tate County don't have to weed eat anymore. She's happy to.
Wow.
Dude, I planted a hydrangea?
Uh-huh.
And it was a little bitty when I planted it 2 years ago. And I've mowed that. I've weeded that thing every time I go to weed eat. I've weeded it. And finally, last week, I dug it up and put it in a pot because I'm just don't want the little thing to die. Little fella, he's so cute. I want him to live.
But you know what's funny is when you ask your spouse to do certain things, and then I guess I'm so passive aggressive. I remember during the
it must be 8:11.
Yep, there goes the alarm again. My clock radio fell off a few weeks ago, and it set an alarm for 8:11, and I don't know how to shut it off. So every day at 8:11, it's Corey and I blaring in my bedroom, and it's like makes me jump. Okay, so I wanted to power wash
the
driveway because especially during the pandemic, what we do for a living, it's not very tangible. You just get done with the show and it's over. It's like gone. It's in the air.
Like a fart in the wind.
Right. So, but if you hang drywall or if you put up a fence, you can see your progression and you can see the job you've done. So I decided I was going to do that with the power washer on the driveway.
You wanted the driveway to be power washed. Makes total sense.
So I went to the carpenter and said, can you come turn the power washer on or do whatever? I don't know how to work this thing. Do you want me to power wash the driveway? You mean you can just ask? No, honey, it's not my passive aggressiveness. I just want to do something. But for the longest time, the first few hours, he really thought that I was just being a biatch because I wanted the driveway power washed.
Because women do that all the time. We're almost out of milk. Okay, perfect. That means go get milk. That means I need milk for mashed potatoes. I've come to learn that. The grass is getting high. That means go mow the grass.
But it's also a warning. See, another thing the carpenter got really mad about me about is that when he would tell me that when he wouldn't tell me something was gone. Like that's a big problem. So he's like, I ate the last sausage egg, and he makes fun of me. And I'm like, well, now I know not to go to the freezer and want one.
Right. Or
it's not necessarily to go get one. It's don't let me have that disappointment. And I really want something. It's no more gushers.
There's no more pickles. We have problems. We're out of milk. All right, I'll be back in a minute. So yeah, this is totally derailed from what we originally started talking about. Steve in Collierville, my wife will not let me load the dishwasher anymore. Apparently it's because at this task, I'm mentally deficient. Once I've loaded it, she'll come back, reorganize it, and miraculously 50% more room there.
Steve, that's just us. Yes. Yeah. But I also overstuff the dishwasher and understuff the washer.
If I'm loading the dishwasher, which is rare because I have children, I jam pack everything in there. I treat it like a game of Tetris. How much can I fit in here? That's what I want to know.
My husband just taught me something after 42 years that I love about the dishwasher. He puts the forks in one compartment, spoons in another compartment, and knives in another one. I was like, this is genius.
Doesn't everybody do that? I mean, children don't, but adults do, don't they?
Apparently not. I didn't. I just throw them all in there and then I'd get out and I'd be like, oh, I hate the silverware part. Now I'm like, la, 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 3 handfuls done.
Right. It makes it a lot easier, doesn't it? 901-535-9898. What is something that you used to be tasked with, but you messed it up, so you don't have to do it anymore?
Down at the dive shop.
You ever do that?
What?
Dive shop.
Nope. I'll wait to see if there's any phone calls. Down at the dive shop.
Imposing my will on the phone.
The neighborhood kids, my dad made us all weed as flower bed, and then we all got poison oak. Never had to do it again. We didn't do that on purpose, though.
Smart. No, you don't get poison oak on purpose. I don't know. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten poison oak on purpose. God, my kids are so allergic to it. Seth had it so bad one time. We thought we were going to take him to the hospital.
It's much worse than poison ivy.
I don't like poison anything. Poison ivy, poison apples. The band. I got fresh water.
I got fresh coffee.
And it does not taste like flat 7-Up. Look at you from Dunkin'. Did you get Dunkin' this morning? Or are you just using the cup?
We had some cups left over, and since I meant to pour it in my mug I was already using, so I wouldn't dirty up two and then throw away my paper cup, but I just haven't gotten that far.
How do you take your coffee?
In the ash.
Just black coffee, no cream, no sugar.
Vanilla coffee, mate.
Nothing else, huh? It's got everything you need right there.
It's got cream and sugar.
Yep.
That's why I do it. I don't need this 2-step process crap.
Yeah. That inspires a story as well.
I'm a messy painter, but I paint and it gets done. And it looks good when it's done, but hope you didn't put new carpet down.
Carpet. How much carpet's in your house? Lot? I'm changing my mind about carpet.
Mostly upstairs. Why?
Because it's gross.
Yep. You're supposed to change it every 5 to 7 years. Who can afford that?
Right? I'm thinking about getting there and getting it all removed. I got on the worst pair of socks today, too.
Then what are you going to do with all that? And where are the dog pee and poo then?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Happened again yesterday. I had to shampoo the damn carpet.
We gave up.
You just gave up? What'd you give up on?
Shampooing the carpet. I think we're just going to wait till it's a couple more months where Willie's either dead or we've controlled something and the puppy is fully trained. And I say rip it up, but I mean, we haven't had it long. We can't do that. I guess let's have someone come out and clean them.
Hate these socks.
Bad socks suck.
They make me feel like my pants legs are too short. Because they're like quarter length, and I usually wear the long ones. And I don't even know where these came from. They were just in my drawer, and it's dark. You're grabbing socks out of the drawer. You're pretty much going to take whatever you get.
I had Josie's on yesterday.
We'll read some of these text messages and stuff.
John. Down at the dive shop. Oof, almost had a big old accident. That was dumb. That was dumb. I knock this out real quick. Don't tell anybody. I'm knocking it out. Don't tell anybody what I'm doing. All I ever need is love. You're my first love, you're my last. You're my future, you're my past. And loving you is all I ask. Honey. Take it, people.
Why don't you kiss my... You got a song in your heart today, Danny.
All I ever need is you. 511. Carl, no backpack for Macy today, okay? That's Delaney's. That metal with it too? The metal that I got with it too? I had a medal sitting on top of it that she has to wear with her cap and gown. Yes. Okay. Well, I was just making sure nobody took it out of the car. Everybody's so confused. I picked up my niece's cap and gown for my sister-in-law yesterday in Millington, and he's like, does cap and gown go with Macy? I'm like, oh yeah, no, she's graduating.
Cap and gown. Love little kids. Glad I don't have any anymore, but I love them. I like them better when they belong to somebody else.
Now back to Danny.
You call me a dog now. I'll take a bone.
And Country Corey.
Boobs on TV, always necessary.
On 98.1 The Max.
Things you do that your spouses, or you did, I guess, your spouse has asked you now to stop because you don't do it correctly.
Stephen Collierville with the dishwasher story was good. Let's see. My wife Liz let me paint anything, says Roy. She said I made a big mess. I'm not a very good painter either. In fact, I got asked to leave a room being painted not that long ago, right at a year ago. Margot, at the beginning of the pandemic, decided she was going to paint the bathroom.
Oh.
So and at first she wanted me to help and see it. And then I walked in and didn't know what painter's tape was,
Jesus, Corey.
I was immediately removed from the room. You're going to find out there's a lot more that I don't know than there is that I do know.
Painter's tape, really?
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize that you had to tape stuff up to keep from getting paint on it. I thought people just freehanded it. And
Well,
we're just that good.
I freehand now. Because I mean, if you aren't careful with that painter's tape, you can make a real big mess, and you're coming back on that chair rail after you're done. But I take great pride in my cutting in.
Really?
Oh, I love it. I could sit there for hours and paint.
And just paint the edges.
Yeah, that's usually my job, and then the carpenter comes in and rolls.
That's crazy. Johnny said I used to have to hoe the garden when I was a kid. I didn't like it, so I chopped down a few plants while hoeing. Bam! Into my hoeing career. My hoeing career was just getting started.
Yeah, no kidding. I like John wants us to help figure out a scam where she'll want to ride the mower and I can fish more.
I don't know, man. If you're too lazy to ride the mower, ooh, man, you lazy.
Yeah. See, sometimes I would think that riding a mower would be kind of a little zen thing.
Right? That's just some me time there.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I had a yard big enough to need a riding mower. Then I'd have an excuse to get one, but I don't.
My dad made all of us neighborhood kids. I don't know how he not only could make his own kids do work, he could get the neighborhood kids to do it too. He had a special talent.
Nice.
But he got us all to weed the garden, and then we all got severe poison oak, and we never had to do it again. But we didn't do that on purpose.
But you still have never had to do it again, which is the important part of that.
Fantastic.
I mean, couldn't beat it with a stick.
Nothing is worse than weeding.
I know that's right. That's why I have so much grass in my flower beds.
I know you sit there and for an hour, and then you're like, man, you have a big pile of weeds, and you get up to look at your work and see that you've only gone 1 square foot.
Right. You're like, this spot, this
Yeah.
little bitty spot. Looks like I tore out 3 weeds, but the pile says I tore them all out. I don't know what to tell you. There's a Citrus survey coming up in just under a half hour at 8:55. I'll call a number at random and see if I can get whoever answers to stay on the phone through 10 ridiculous survey questions. Perfect. Now we've only got one break to figure out what to do.
Down at the dive shop.
Dive shop.
All right. Anything you can think of else that needs to go on my Bobby list?
I don't know. What's on the Bobby list now?
Do I need Reaper on my laptop or my desktop? Or both? Because I guess I'm still using that. Is there a desktop still over there?
Yep. That will probably stay because it's hooked into the board, right?
Dude. You think anybody tells me anything around that? I don't even know.
I know.
In studio. Oh yeah, just in studio versus laptop. I'm just not clear on what's going on with everything. Because he said we're not going to have any desktops anymore.
Yet they're all still here.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's studio or office, or I'm messing with your head because I got nothing better to do, or there's so many possibilities. The camera setup, how we're going to do that.
It's going to be a change in quality because the microphones won't be running. I mean, I guess I don't know if they will be or not.
I don't know. He said it was still going through the board, but I don't understand why it would go through the board. Why would it go through the board? Why would we want it to go through the board? That's
Right.
what we're trying to get away from.
I don't know.
Oh, look at that. Look at that little local traffic sponsor.
Look at there. Wonder who cut the spot.
Down at the bun shop. Look at my calendar. I'm just so over. Okay, what is this?
I don't know. I have no idea what that is. All right. Let's do the Kentucky Derby stuff here. What do you think?
What do we have? Oh, Central Survey. Okay. All right, so
You've had. I know when.
I mean, unless I'm losing my mind. I got that meeting at 11 on Thursday.
Another busy week, huh?
Huh?
Another busy week, huh?
Sure. Let's see.
Not really. You're like, yeah, that sounds fine.
All right.
You've had 5 horses from the Baffert barn in the last year to fail a drug test. Now, what would explain that?
But they were all resolved. They were contamination, and we have to fight this. And for some reason, that is the problem right there. And people in the public don't understand. People in my world, they understand this is all BS. And unfortunately, it happened to Bob Baffert's not stupid. That's not a drug that I would use on a horse. We don't use that horse. We don't use that drug. The horse never had it in him. And we have the documentation. We're going to show everything.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. As the world watches Danny Bruns type an email. And then consider, what have I left off? She's rereading the email thinking, how can this be less romantic? What smart ass reply will I receive?
Exactly. I'm trying to be as nice as possible.
How can I word this so that it actually gets done and not just argued about?
Exactly.
Said everybody who ever wrote a work email. 1 minute. Not like you can't see right there in front of you.
You know, I've got OpX on my laptop, so maybe I just use that.
I'm going to log in remotely from the very studio I'm logging in remotely to.
Right?
I feel like that's unnecessary. It's literally plugging up a monitor and a mouse. I mean,
that would be too easy for programming. We try to make it difficult.
Which must be difficult. I've got something I could tell you that would make you extremely jealous.
What?
The last work email I got yesterday was at 10:45 a.m.
Change that A to a P. Just kidding. I have no clue. Oh, yeah.
Now back to Danny.
Claire, just answer the question.
And Country Corey.
I cut his legs off and didn't make him walk home.
On 98.1 The Max.
So Bob Baffert, I guess that's his name, the trainer for Medina Spirit, the Kentucky Derby horse that failed the drug test, is listening to anybody that will let him. He is talking to anybody that'll listen because they didn't do drugs.
You've had 5 horses from the Baffert barn in the last year to fail a drug test. Now, what would explain that?
But they were all resolved. They were contamination, and we have to fight this. And for some reason, that is the problem right there. And people in the public don't understand. People in my world, they understand this is all BS. And unfortunately, it happened to Bob Baffert's not stupid. That's not a drug that I would use on a horse. We don't use that horse. We don't use that drug. The horse never had it in him. And we have the documentation. We're going to show everything.
I mean, he's talking to everybody that listen to this story. Okay, of how the horse must have gotten the drugs. He said one of the testing issues was created by what they call a groom, a person who handles the day-to-day work inside the stalls. Apparently, he peed in the stall. The groom did, the guy. And the horse ate after taking cough medicine, the horse ate some of the hay that this guy peed on, which led to a positive drug result. a positive drug test, rather. He's blamed grooms before. He says last year, he said 2 of his horses tested positive for a banned substance, and he claimed that the grooms used lidocaine cream on their hands, and somehow the horses ingested it.
Oh, I remember that now.
I mean, and he's blaming cancel culture.
I know when Churchill Downs came out with that statement, that was pretty harsh. And I think they had to just, with all the noise going out, we live in a different world now. This America is different. And it was like a cancel culture kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm. I don't think anybody cares enough about whatever that dog's Medina Spirit to cancel Medina Spirit.
Oh, I think they care very much about horse racing.
Wait, you think cancel culture cares about horse racing?
Oh, absolutely. That's why they didn't even have it last year or whatever. Absolutely.
I thought they didn't have it last year because there was a pandemic going on.
No, it's like everything else. No, 100%. No, it's because of the cheating and the horses dying. Don't you remember all the horses dying?
No, I don't know. I don't do horse racing. I just don't. I don't.
You don't do news either.
No, I'll quit doing the news. I quit doing the news in January.
No,
I'm a much happier person.
I would say that, I think he's lying through his teeth. I mean, you can't just keep coming up with different excuses.
There it is.
What I would say is, I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting fixed. I mean, let me back up. I think he's lying through his teeth.
Okay.
Let's say he wasn't lying.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was getting set up.
By who?
Any number of people in the horse industry.
So competitors then, because he's won so much. You're saying it's very possible there is a conspiracy of horse owners to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, but I do think he's more of a Bill Belichick. I think he's coming up with way lame excuses.
And Bill Belichick was smart. He just ignored it. He just refused to answer that question.
So, it's either, but the cancel culture, I cannot say that, by the way. I could see a setup by other horse racers and a setup by cancel culture.
Cancel culture is now
to cancel Bill because he keeps winning. Look, cancel culture doesn't like winners.
Is that what it is?
No one likes winners. Why do you think everybody hates on Alabama football? Because they win.
Same thing with the New England Patriots. Why everybody hated Tom Brady? Because he's a winner.
Right. So again, I'm not sticking up for this guy. I think he's full of baloney. But in today's society, I wouldn't be surprised if, hey, he's a winner. Let's hate on him.
All right. Coming up here in just a little bit, we'll get to a senseless survey. In about 10 minutes, we'll call a number at random and see if we can get whoever answers to stay on the phone for a ridiculous survey.
I wanted to say, the tape on the horses? It's painter's tape. On the hooves.
That would have been funny. Yeah. Cancel culture, huh? Coming after horse racing.
Oh, God, they'll come after anything. It's all middle-aged white women that are married with no children and no job and have nothing better to do but ruin other people's lives because they're so unhappy. They just sit on Facebook and go, let's get everybody worried about something. I don't have a 10 o'clock deadline, so I'm gonna make everybody just get up in arms about something. I don't have to go to a PTA meeting. I'm gonna make everybody worry about something. We're all worried about making it to work, getting our kids to school, getting the lunch, getting the and they're all like, I got nothing.
Paying the bills.
Yeah. And they're like, I'm going to make it sound like everyone hates transgenders. No one hates transgenders, lady. I'm going to make it sound like boys could play on girls' sports. No one's doing that, honey.
No, they're not. It's really not a real problem anywhere.
None of it's real problems.
I just think it's people trying to distract us from what's actually going on.
I agree. Or they have no distractions. I mean,
Like that one girl on my Facebook page who threatened to shoot a child for stealing balloons.
right.
And said everybody in my house has guns, even the 7-year-old, and we're itching to use them.
Well, she's got problems. She's got kids. She shouldn't be bored like that.
It's like, God, lady.
Oh God, I remember this one. The monsters are due. People's power is out, and weird things are happening. And everyone suspects the other. And then also Talking Tina, where the doll doesn't like the stepdad, and he trips over and he.
Oh, Talking Tina. Yeah.
Talking
I remember
Tina.
that one. I do.
I think that was the final one that said, I can't watch these anymore. I'm scared. Talking Tina can go away. Okay,
Talking.
so I'm on a patio Friday.
I like where this is starting. Good
Forgot
place
to
to be
write
on
this. Forgot to write this in my journal because I just remembered it. Car pulls through the parking lot. It's like a burnt orange sports car, and it's got a sunroof and a huge Chucky doll hanging out of it.
Hanging out of the sunroof,
Yeah, like from waist up.
right? Like you
Just
do.
going. It's not Halloween. What is that?
Somebody just having fun with a stupid Chucky doll hanging out the window when it messes with people's heads.
Could we stop and go, look at that escargot?
Why do we make our pillow in the shape of a cube? I'll tell you.
My name is Talking Tina. Your name is Talking Tina. My name is Talking Tina. She's alive, Daddy. My name is Talking Tina, and I don't think I like you. My name is Talking Tina. Your name is Talking Tina. My name.
Lifelike creation of plastic and springs and painted smile. To Eric Strater, she is a most unwelcome addition to his household. But without her, he'd never enter.
My name is Talking to kill you. My name is Talking Tina. My name is Talking Tina. And you better be nice to me.
Well, yeah, I think that was the end of me. God, I'm gonna go sit and watch these when I all my time I've got.
It's way better than canceling winners.
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry about that. When you saw that audio go, what? That when I went to go watch that TikTok, I went down a rabbit hole and there's just like TikTok after TikTok after TikTok, and I clicked off of it. But if you click back on it, it doesn't stop. It's just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, yeah. Have you seen Kay yet?
I think she's coming back tomorrow. She wasn't in here.
Either.
She wasn't here yesterday, and Bobby said she was coming back tomorrow. So I believe that to be the truth.
Why tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why do today what you could do tomorrow?
Good call. You know, now that you mentioned it, I have noticed you don't talk news with me anymore.
Teach them well and let them be.
That song just popped into your head?
Yep.
Wow.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride. Doesn't Delicious Chocolate say that at some point? Doesn't he say that?
Delicious chocolate?
What is it?
Oh, yeah. Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah, he does. No, he does. God, Avery came home in a meltdown yesterday. Apparently, band and volleyball are going to conflict.
Oh, I saw that.
Shocker. Wonder what she decided to do. Well, we're hoping it rains today because the band performance that caused all the problem is outside. So if it rains, she'll be rained out and be free to go to the volleyball clinic. But man, with the time that the band is going to want starting in July, it doesn't matter if she does make the volleyball team. She's not going to have time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's setting herself up for a hard lesson. In high school, a first lesson of high school is, hey, you can't be in band, play volleyball, and have good grades. It's not. This stuff takes time. Sure, middle school, you don't even have to bring home homework, but that's not like that in high school. I mean, it was for me, but I graduated 2.5. So.
I was actually looking for something for. God, am I really ADD or what?
Yep. Trust me, I'm a doctor. I got a dentist appointment today.
Teach them well and let
them lead the way.
Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense. The dog's not moving.
Because you're singing to him.
You would call that singing? Thank you, babe. You are on my team.
I am, man. I got your back.
I got yours. The more I know that you don't know this, is going to be more fun.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I know very little.
I wouldn't say that. You just know different. You know different things.
And none of it's useful.
It's time for the Senseless Survey.
This is so stupid.
On the Max Morning Show.
Just gonna call somebody. Why not? Be fun. And if they answer the phone, I'm gonna try to keep them on through 10 ridiculous survey questions. 10 is the goal here.
I'm shooting for 7.
Shooting for 7 questions. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Good morning. My name is Corey. I'm with the United States Census Bureau. I wonder if I could have 30 seconds of your time for an anonymous consumer survey. This is not a sales call.
Okay, but I could be quick.
Okay, thank you so much. Does anyone in your home ever suffer from seasonal allergies?
Sure.
Okay. If you had an online post go viral, how would you cope with all the notifications?
Well,
And if someone dies while taking this test, is it safe to say they passed?
well, I would think so. No.
And would you sign a petition looking for an international Tupperware lid standard?
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much. Can you try to deny being sarcastic without being sarcastic?
Only a few times.
I sense your sarcasm, ma'am. Would you agree that someone on the way to buy drugs has high hopes?
Not yet.
And that concludes our survey, sir. Thank you so much for your time. You've helped make America a better place.
Sir.
Did you by chance notice your tone of voice when you realized that this person was sleeping or something?
No.
She answers and you can tell something's like up and you're like, oh no, do I hang up? You get pretty polite and somewhat remorseful. It's pretty funny.
Somewhat remorseful.
Yeah.
Proceed. What's going to happen?
You're pretty uncomfortable through the whole thing, which is funny too, because you're pretty cocky when you do this. This one is like got you a little bit like,
I woke somebody up.
Yeah. And then I have to say, the test and you die, did you pass? The pun is excellent there.
Thank you.
A+ on that one.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you. How you liking the new minivan?
I returned the other one because I couldn't turn it off. I get a new one. I think everything's good. You won't believe what happened to me in the second minivan yesterday on my way home.
I love it. Danny keeps getting things she can't operate. We'll leave that story just after 9. Oh, yeah.
Oh, kitty, look at that.
Here we are at 9 o'clock. I'm going to get a quick smoke. You know me, only takes me like 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah, we all good. I'm going to grab pull everything out of the fridge, so pack a picnic basket. Thank you for making my day with the high hopes question.
Right on.
Nice.
Whole world's gone crazy. I'm with Johnny. I'd like to have a 69 VW bus. Turn that baby into a camper. What you said, or what I said. Turn it into a camper, Johnny. That's what I want to do with one. But too bad I don't know anything about it. Building a camper. I don't know anything about building. I know less about building stuff than I do horse racing, and that's like nothing. Someone on the way to buy drugs have high hopes. Yeah, that one was way funnier than I thought it was, apparently, because I didn't think that one was funny at all. This is ponderous, man. Really ponderous. This is ponderous, man. Really ponderous. Pot wagons. That's funny because it's true. Let's see about that. 69 bus. Man, those things are cool. This guy in my neighborhood's got a purple one. Or maybe his wife's. I don't know. Maybe her, she has a purple one. Who knows? Still, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Like these things are for sale anywhere from $18,000 to $30,000. I mean, I know that it's practical for a daily car, but I'd still like to have one just to go camping. Yeah, be like a camper, except it's really expensive. 24,000. I don't know, 24,000, not bad. But now that I've Googled it, I'll have all kind of Facebook ads for it. Like I'm really going to buy one, and I'm not. We got about a minute and a half. We want to bet if Danny's going to be back in time or not. Yep. Sliding in.
How was that?
Sliding in. I was what?
I'm just kidding.
I was what?
Nothing. I was really not saying anything.
How was that? That was great. Perfect.
Have we gotten a response yet?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We did. Oh, you mean from the email? I thought you meant from the.
He doesn't see. I don't really see a need for a multi-track editor on the second studio PC. That ain't your decision, buddy. Why would it? Why would I not have a multi-track?
He clearly does not know what you do over there.
Clearly. Will you be doing multi-track editing during the show?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Do you talk in a microphone?
Almost daily. 10 seconds. Minivans. And your love for them.
Now back to Danny and Country Corey.
Do you find it ironic that computers ask us if we're a robot?
On 98.1 The Max.
I, couldn't get the hybrid to turn off and on. I wasn't very mechanically inclined when it came to the hybrid of the Pacifica.
So you got this car on like Thursday of last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how many times did you leave it running and walk away from it over the weekend?
Twice.
So that made a total of 3 times, basically once a day.
Yeah.
Until you said, to hell with this, I'm going to get a different.
Well, I was a little too nervous. And Shaq over at Homer Skelton, I mean, what a great GM to sit there and FaceTime me to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. I think he was also a little regretful that he gave me the ding. But he did say yesterday, it was so cute. He goes, "Hey, thanks for not taking that Pacifica to that party in South Haven where you drinking too much and slept in the car." Like, I ain't that dumb, dude.
Right?
I knew what was going on.
Not my car.
Not my car. So we really do like this Pacifica. So with the hybrid, I really like how the second seats go down and they don't in the hybrid because that's where the batteries are.
Right.
So I went back to look at the original that really got me liking this on the showroom floor. It's got red and black racing seats.
Nice.
It's white on the outside, so you look all mom, and then you hit the button for the doors to open, and it just makes me think of like Spicoli coming out with all that smoke, at Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Except instead of smoke, it's like Metallica, and it's like, "Get in, kids."
Right.
And it's red and black Max colors. Like, just when you buy a car because of your radio station's colors, you get fired the next day.
Right. Or the guy in St. Louis that got the tattoo and got
Yeah,
fired the next day.
First thing I thought of.
That's right. You sent me the pictures. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. So everything was good. So he was like, "Bring it home, let the carpenter see it." I was like, "Then nothing could go wrong, right?"
Right. It's foolproof.
Oh my God. I'm like, I don't know, a few miles away at a red light, and it just goes off. And I look and I'm like in drive. I'm like, and it's automatic, of course. If you pull your foot off the clutch, you're going to stall if you're in a stick shift.
Right. So what
is going to happen?
So what happened?
I just sat there and panicked till the light turned green, and then I took my foot off the brake and it starts right back up. Apparently, this is what all cars do these days.
They turn off at the red light by themselves?
Yes, and it's stop signs.
We're in the future.
Yeah, I guess it's to save your gas. But to me, it sounds like you're wearing out a starter.
Right. I just picture you at the first red light outside the dealership.
Oh, I was about to.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Well, because everything's so digital, you don't know if one, thing goes off. But, that's what I do love about these Pacificas, because that's what I hate about my current car. Everything's digital, and I want my knobs. I like knobs.
And this one
And
has,
they have
this
both.
one has knobs.
It has knobs and hey, you pick what you like, lady. That's what it says to you. It says, we understand that some of you are still old school, so we're going to leave these knobs here. And then some of you like this technology. So up here, you can use that.
It's just something for everybody in that Chrysler Pacifica.
The Chrysler Pacifica is doing it, and I'm going to rock it. If it would just stop like turning off at the red light.
You
That's
just got to
weird.
get used to it.
To the point where the lady next to me, when it started back, looked at me, and I was like, I don't know, man. Do you see the stickers on these cars? It's not mine. I don't know what the hell it's doing.
Probably because you were flailing about screaming is probably what she was looking at you for.
She's like, did your car just start?
Like, what are you doing, lady? Don't you know how to work that thing?
No, I don't.
That's the point. I don't know how to work this thing.
Give me a new iPhone or a minivan and I'm screwed.
That scares me to death, by the way, because my phone is broken. It won't charge. You can't plug it in to charge it. I have to put it on a wireless charger or it won't charge because I dropped it with the charger in it, like when I first got it. And then now it won't charge at all when you plug it up. So I'm going to have to get a new phone. And I am absolutely terrified.
I hate it. We have turned into our parents.
Because we're old and everything is digital and you have so many buttons and I don't use half the stuff that my phone can do. Don't know how to use it. Don't know what I'd use it for. Why do I need a slow motion video camera?
Oh, those are pretty fun. Sorry. No, I do. Like when the kids go down the slide and stuff, I'm like, it entertains me when I have to take pictures of stuff that I don't want to.
So what do you have that you can't operate?
I can't operate a lot more things now.
You mentioned a pressure washer earlier that you didn't know how to turn on.
Can't do that. I couldn't start a lawnmower if you paid me.
No, I can
You still have to put the clutch down and all that or whatever, the choke.
I know sometimes. Fancy lawnmowers have this handle thing that does all of that for you. You just have to hold the handle down.
Well, I'll tell you the biggest problem with me is I feel like I'm going to throw my arm out trying to crank it.
I can't ever get a weed eater started because of the choke.
I see a lot of people struggle with that.
I've never picked up a weed eater and cranked it the first try ever.
I finally went and bought my own drill because it was pink and because I'm intimidated by those big drills. And I know this one, you click it this way, it goes in. You click it this way, it goes out.
Simple. Well,
So
see, your husband's a carpenter, though. He's got to have the biggest, baddest ass drill there is. If he didn't, his customers are going to laugh at him.
He's over there with a pink one.
He'll show up with a pink drill. They're going to be like, oh, no, who did I hire?
There's tons of things I can't operate. 901-535-9898. Join the club.
I hate weed eaters.
I'd rather just take an edger. Just give me an edger. I don't care if it takes longer. Just give it to me.
I hate edgers too. I don't know how to work them. Like I don't know how to use them to make them do what they're supposed to do.
I just make a big mud pile like this thick and go, look how good I did.
Right on.
Don't ask me to do it again.
98.1 the max. Hello.
Operate a curling iron.
I beg your pardon.
I cannot operate a curling iron.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, it is. I have no hair.
I was gonna say, if you got long hair that you want curly, that might be a problem, but otherwise you should be fine.
Yep, I'm good.
Thank you, brother.
Bye.
Yeah, there's nothing better or funnier to watch than a dad trying to do his daughter's hair.
Oh man, I ruined that.
Why?
I said, I beg your pardon over your first laugh, and your first laugh was the good one.
You're fired.
Don't be all fiery.
I'm tired of this. Can't keep ruining stuff. I mean, just be like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Sure I can.
Oh, Lord.
You weren't ready for that one, were you?
Oh, that is so good. Where's that going? Find a 69 Volkswagen, Johnny.
Heck yeah, I got to looking at them, man. Those things are reasonably priced. You can get one anywhere from 18 to 30 grand. They look fantastic.
And they come with weed.
Yeah, lots of it. Guaranteed to have a pound in it. Smoking them tweeds. Just trying to figure out what song you were singing.
Smoke on the water. We haven't heard from Alan lately. You notice that?
Mm-mm.
I'm okay with that. Trust me. Could take a little break.
It's okay. Hadn't Fern from what's her name?
Sorry.
Catherine. Wasn't it Catherine?
Yeah.
It's always on the Facebook Live. Not your friend Catherine, the other one.
Oh. Yeah, where'd she go?
I don't know. She might be doing live stuff. If she is, she needs to quit and come back to the show.
I'm gonna be laughing about a multi-track session for a couple days.
Are you?
It might be an all-time record.
An all-time record?
I don't know. As long as he puts it on there, I don't care. Dealing with that every day. Can I take a shit now? Our towels.
Will towels be provided?
Will towels be provided?
Or will I need to bring my own?
Well, they have the Cumulus logo.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Now back to Danny
Crotch crickets
and Country Corey
Beaver for mayor
on 98.1 The Max.
Operating things can be difficult sometimes. I love how we sat here and talked about like household items. Like I can work anything that we're supposed to do it for work.
Oh yeah, computers, all these things with buttons can do all that. But no, you give me an ice maker or dishwasher and I'm out of the loop. Oh, that reminds me. The dishwasher. I can't even now. I have trouble. The start and stop button is the same one. It's the same button, and I never know where we are.
Where is this button located on Margo?
It There it is. There it is, right there. 901-535-9898. Good morning.
I cannot operate a curling iron.
I don't know if that's a bad thing.
Yeah, well, it is. I have no hair.
I was gonna say, if you got long hair that you want curly, that might be a problem, but otherwise you should be fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you, brother.
There's nothing funnier or cuter than watching a dad try and do his daughter's hair.
No, Avery won't let me touch her hair.
No, I wouldn't either.
She wouldn't let me go anywhere near it. I tried to brush it when she was little, and I pulled her hair once, and she's like runs screaming if she sees me with a brush.
You know, I cut the younger one's thumb when I was trying to cut her nails, her thumbnail, but I cut her like her thumb a little bit, just a little bit, when she was 2. And to this day, she won't let me touch her fingernails. No, let daddy do it. You got me.
You got me one time 110 years ago.
I remember having to go to my next door neighbor's house so she could put my hair up in a ponytail because my dad was like, I can't do it. And then we met my mom somewhere, and she's like, of all days, you let her dress herself? And apparently I hadn't.
Hey, all days you let her dress? No, I do.
What's wrong with it?
I think the reaction to that would be like, yeah, I did. My luck, the kid would call me out though. Be like, no, you didn't. No, I didn't. You did this, not me, Dad.
I remember correctly, it was 2 different floral patterns. And I think he said something like, it's all flowers. I mean, that's what Carl would say too.
That's exactly right. It's flowers. They kind of match. They're flowers. yeah. Avery won't let me touch anything.
So, not only power tools, we have trouble just with people's hair.
Oh yeah, the hair stuff is hard. I mean, there's a hair dryer now that doesn't even blow air, or it blows air, but I don't understand how, because it's like a circle. You can put your hand through it, but air comes out of it. I saw it on the TV, and I was like, "What is that?" And Margo was all explaining it to me like we had one. And then I look it up online. It's like a $400 hair dryer.
Damn.
I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. We just gonna stick with whatever regular old Walmart hair dryer.
My daughter asked a few weeks ago whose name was on my hair dryer, and I said they left it. My parents moved into a new house, and the previous owners left it, and I took it. I am.
And they wrote their name on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what occasion do you need to write your name on a hair dryer?
Band camp, cheer camp, softball camp, something to that effect. I could totally see because
Okay.
Yes.
I don't use a hair dryer, so I don't know.
No, and it's funny because I never thought about why their name was on it, but yeah, that I would see why. Is you put a bunch of girls in like a dorm for a week, yeah, you're screwed.
Hair dryers get stolen.
Yes, especially $400 ones.
Yeah, the big ones do. I bet. That looked like a good place.
Do. Cause I'm on the outside. That's your favorite song.
My favorite?
You hate it, I know.
All right, Mike and Jennifer like us. Thanks, Mike and Jennifer.
Who's Mike and Jennifer?
They're on the Facebook. They have a
Mike and Jennifer?
They have a couple's Facebook page. That's weird.
You guys don't have trust issues at all.
Do you have trust issues, Mike and Jennifer?
Yes, please share with us.
Or is this a lot of people that have couples Facebook page? It's actually just her Facebook page, but she wants him to have a home on Facebook too. So,
and they don't really do much but look at family stuff. So it's just kind of there to be there.
Yeah.
Or they have major trust issues.
or they have trust issues. Or somebody got caught and is not allowed to be on Facebook anymore without supervision. Also, she made it and put me on it. See, I told you. Well, if you don't want one, then why are you wanting it? Mike, come on, man. You're not making any sense.
Oh, I know what Mike means. The carpenter makes me. I say the same thing. People don't understand. I don't want it, but I want it. I'm not using it for me.
Like you're not posting stuff.
Yeah, I'm not using it to post stuff. I'm doing it to snoop around.
See what's happening.
Make sure I still don't like people.
Oh, go to McDonald's in South Haven. That will teach you you don't like people. I promise you.
Oh, that's so funny. What did you do wrong?
I didn't do anything. I was minding my own business.
No, that's never true.
I mind my own business. I don't get mad at people in traffic. I don't cut people off.
Man, I went to, you know what I hate? I went to go get gas yesterday.
You hate going to get gas?
I don't mind. Okay, Shaq. I couldn't wash the hood of the first minivan was pretty dirty. It's from the storm and stuff. And I won't go through. I'm scared of oil changes and I'm scared of car washes. I'm just afraid my wheels aren't going to get in the tracks. I'm going to go down that big hole and life is over.
No, that's terrifying at the oil change place when they make you do it yourself.
Oh, I get out of the car. I'm like, we're not allowed to do that anymore, man. I'm like, well, I don't know how this is going to happen because I ain't doing it.
Right?
I can't see my tires. You can. I can't see them. And I mean, I got out screaming one time with the girls in the car at the car wash because I was like, it just doesn't feel right. I don't think I'm on the tracks. And I was fine. So I just drive around in a dirty car. But anyway, so I'm not taking a new car through a car wash to have something fall on it. It's not. So I understand that they wash all their cars and I understand that they fill up their gas and have accounts for that. But I was like, I can't return it like this. I just can't. So I went to go put gas in it. And I got to about $22 and I had to stop because I was scared. I mean, they're just hoodlums yelling and homeless people. And, and I'm like, it's the middle of the day and I can't even get gas in my own town without being a scaredy cat.
Were you in Germantown or Millington?
No, I was at Poplar and Ridgeway. Should be fine there.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Should be fine. I was scared to death and didn't even get a full tank.
So are you timing your visit to the radio station tomorrow with the client that is coming in to record?
I was not, but look at that, man. Sometimes accidents happen. Oh, thanks. Perfect. She's coming at 11, right?
Yep.
And then you're rolling somewhere, right?
I've just got to be at the dentist by 2. I'm not really rushing out. So if you want to bring a Big Mac, you don't have to, but I wouldn't be mad about it.
I almost got a Big Mac yesterday. I was so you saw my text. I was so pissed and so hungry. And I was like, this isn't your car, man. You can't eat a Big Mac in it. It's not your car. It's the messiest thing you could order, so I had to go to Chick-fil-A.
You didn't have to go to Chick-fil-A. You could have gotten a Big Mac and gone home with it.
No. It smell that food in there. I was like,
Damn.
I had napkins all on the steering wheel so I wouldn't get anything messed up. Except that you'll love this. I like mayonnaise on my Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
Yep.
And I don't want to make a mess. I don't want to, so, just like tear a little hole in it and squeeze it. Mayonnaise, just perfect line, all right up here.
Oh no!
I was like, I've been gone for 3 hours. I may want to wipe that off, or there's going to be some suspicious minds going on in my house. And it could have been more perfect. I looked up on the seat and missed it, but I was like, of all things, I could have hit anywhere in the car. Thank God I didn't. But then it just looked like money shot all down me.
Oh, damn.
I mean, this girl was looking at me next to me because I was like not going when I was supposed to because I was. I haven't eaten in days. Oh, you know when you're hungry, and then that's just all that's on your mind.
I know. Sometimes I go to McDonald's. Margot told me I couldn't go to McDonald's this week. I said, why? She said, we don't have the money for you to go to McDonald's every day. Well, it's fair. Twice a day.
I don't know how you do it.
I can't now because apparently we don't have the money for that anymore. Apparently I broke us on Big Macs and sausage biscuits.
You hold out till Friday, payday.
I know. That's what I'm doing. I think I got $8 on my Cash App card. I may sneak off to McDonald's. So Justin sent me for the Mother's Day. That was his big contribution, was paying me back for the lobster.
Oh.
Yeah. Because like I said in the journal, I didn't trust him to go get it.
What gift did he leave at home? Have we seen that yet?
Nope. I know what it is though.
Well, do share.
Dish towels.
Oh. For the dishwasher. That's nice.
It's what the dishwasher asked for.
I asked for a vacuum. But I made the mistake of saying, I'll take a vacuum for my birthday or whatever this year. I wish I would have said Mother's Day.
Right.
I'll chalk it up to a minivan. Whatever. That's all I got.
I screwed around and said a magnet fishing kit. That's the first thing I could think of. But I think that'll be cool though.
What's a magnet fishing kit? And Mike, that's when I use Facebook too. What's a magnet fishing kit?
It's like a fishing pole that instead of a hook, it's got a magnet on it. And you throw it out in the water and drag the bottom and just get whatever attaches to the magnet.
They make metal detectors for the water?
More or less, that's pretty much what it is, yeah.
Do you have on black socks to your knees and sandals?
I don't have black socks to my knees. My socks are short today and they're very uncomfortable. But yeah, I'll put my sandals on and go out there with a white t-shirt.
Oh, I can't wait. Get that magnet thing. Get it. I can't wait.
I'm going to.
What'd you get? Caught 16 times.
I got a nail.
You caught your line. You couldn't get your line out. Guarantee. That's what you're going to do.
Man, if I have to break the line.
You're going to have to. A million times. I'm telling you.
If you break the line, the magnet's gone.
If you don't think you're going to break the line trolling the bottom of a lake, we need to get some painter's tape and put it on your mouth.
Are you going to paint me? Body paint? What'd you call it when you paint the edges? Cutting in?
Cutting in. Is
that what you called it?
Yeah.
It's a term I'd never heard before today.
Really?
Yep. You're really going to be surprised at how dumb I am when it comes to household stuff.
My dad taught me that one. He would sit there and be like, I love this part. Now I'm like, I love this part.
You know what my dad did? I love beer. You know what I do now? I love beer. So we just follow in our dad's footsteps, you know. My poor children.
Whatever.
I thought cutting in is what you did when you wanted to dance with somebody that somebody else is dancing with.
Hey, that's yeah. You can cut in line.
And you cut in and start a fight.
Uh-huh. interrupt somebody? Let me cut in real quick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I guess I need to send Ross.
Ross. Just kidding.
Trying to get him over at the house. I'd like to
I
see
called
you.
him yesterday during one of his after one of his breaks. It was pretty damn funny.
But what was it?
Tim Tebow.
Who?
Tim Tebow being a tight end.
Oh yeah. What did he say that was funny? That's what I figured.
Right. And then I said, I gotta go. I'm lost. And I hung up on him because I was. Because I had my map thing on, because I'm sure you do the map through the phone, through the car. But I had my phone hooked up to the car, and the voice of the map wouldn't come through the speaker. I was like, man, just when you thought you had it all down, you got a different car.
Well, how long are you going to keep this? A week?
I guess. Maybe forever. If I can talk my... I didn't do it. I don't know. Makes my stomach hurt. Decisions. I hate being a grown-up.
Me too. Oh, crap. I don't even know. Just repeat the conversation we just had. I got it.
Now back to Danny and Country Corey.
They make me laugh!
On 98.1 The Max.
So, have you ever been in a band, Danny?
When I was 10, we were too hot to handle.
I love that. I love a 10-year-old band. You guys were rocking out. So Alice Cooper promises 3 cent rings to any musician who joins his band. They are as follows.
I can guarantee you 3 things. You're going to get paid. You're going to see the world. You're going to get stitches. Everybody in that band has had stitches. You know, I got switchblades. I've got swords. I've got everything up there. And I'm a little bit freewheeling. I don't necessarily look to where everybody is. And every once in a while, they walk a little bit close and get nicked, you know? And those are not rubber swords. When you're an Alice Cooper show, you better know where everything is going. You better be in the right place at the right time, or something, you'll get killed.
Alice Cooper will kill you.
When we started softball and these girls are just learning how to use bats and they like to throw them after they've hit the ball.
Right.
And my youngest had to sit there and she's like just sitting there waving it around. I'm like, honey, that's a weapon. She's like, it's a bat. I'm like, and a weapon.
That's a
you know, the Louisville Slugger. I don't know if I've told you this. I feel like I have. Like, you know, the Louisville Slugger that sits in the kitchen in the corner. She's like, yeah. I was like, that's not there to play baseball at the kitchen table. It's a weapon.
That is there for personal safety in an emergency situation.
Right. So I understand what Alice is saying here. You could have weapons. Stay away.
Is the name of Alice Cooper's band Snitches?
It should be. Snitches, Bitches.
That's just crazy to me that he's all, I'm not necessarily paying attention to anything.
Right.
Well, you're kind of in charge, dude. If somebody's going to get sued, it's going to be you.
And unfortunately, I haven't seen Alice Cooper, but I'm a huge fan because Ross did and brought me back a t-shirt. It's one of my favorites. But I always imagine him to be kind of slow on stage because he's got like a cane and stuff. Or is that not?
He's like 80 years old. How is he swinging anything? How's he swinging a sword or flipping a switchblade around? Don't he have arthritis in his hands? I mean, how's he doing it? How?
Ask the carpenter. He'll ruin it for you. He'll tell you. It's all. Yeah.
he'll take us behind the curtain and show us how it's done, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So what we need to ask Ross, since he's seen Alice Cooper live, is how agile is Alice Cooper? When was this? Couldn't have been that long ago.
About 5 years ago.
So Alice would have been 75.
Yes.
And he's still, I'm old. I can't do that. And I'm 30 years younger than that. Ah, terrible. All right. We'll get up with Ross here in just a few minutes and find out, if Alice Cooper really is that agile, if we really have to worry about his live show and what's going on in Midtown.
What's up?
Oh, there he is. What's happening?
You know how he does it?
How?
Stuntman.
No, he plays golf every single day.
He is a big golfer.
He's a huge golfer. So all he does is swing. And he got sober like 40 years ago. So he doesn't have that lifestyle like looming over him too.
Well, he wouldn't have made it to the age he is if he had that lifestyle.
Heck no.
You don't ever see an old cokehead.
Hold on. Hey, take me off live for a second.
Well, we can't go back,
Okay, never mind.
but I will. Would you like me to?
I just worry about client.
Okay, well, don't. Then
All right.
don't-
You know what? I'll save it until afterwards. After.
That's what we have to do. We write notes all day, and then when we get done with our show, we're like, okay, now let's really talk about what we talk about.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, let me write this down because I know I'll forget.
Number 1, Morgan. Number 2, Bobby.
Morgan. Number 3, Morgan.
Morgan again.
Number 4, Bobby.
Let's throw a Krista in there just for good measure.
Appalachian growers. Your T-shirt, is that a marijuana T-shirt?
It's a hemp.
So yes, it is.
Hemp. It's hemp. Don't you know it's not the same? No, my mom gave it to me. She sent this to me in the mail.
With,
So this-
with the ounce?
Apparently, this is where she gets her stuff legally. If your mom does it, that's the rule. If your mom does it, it's not illegal. You know what I mean? That's why people
in the house rules.
Yeah, it's what's
My mom had to quit.
Had to.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Her doctor told her that he wasn't going to give her any pain medication if she had pot in her system.
Really?
Yep. Well, we had a thing, man, that she kept getting it stolen. And so they eventually, when they would test her, she wouldn't have any in her system because it got stolen. And they cut her off. So she started smoking pot. And then when they said, hey, it's been long enough, we can put you back on pain meds, but you got to quit smoking pot. She's like, okay, I'm done.
Okay.
That was in Mississippi where pot's legal.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, dude, have you kept up with what they've been doing?
Have they? I saw an article on Channel 5 this morning.
Yeah.
That was that they forgot to make the public notices.
They are purposely.
Yeah, exactly.
Purposely delaying it.
Yep.
So they
would.
I was not paying attention to y'all's conversation.
You're good.
What are they doing?
They had Initiative 65, which people voted on and overwhelmingly to approve medical marijuana in Mississippi. They dragged their feet on it because they had to get all these regulations and how we're going to distribute it, how we're going to sell it, how we're going to get licenses. They dragged their feet and they were supposed to put it in the paper. Well, now they just wiped that all away. And now they have a new initiative, 77, which they're going to have to vote on in the next election, which levies a 7% tax on all cultivation, distribution, and sales of marijuana, and would also allow you to smoke pot anywhere you're allowed to smoke cigarettes. And this is one of those things that's frustrating because this is when I think they actually do things. They put something like that in there so it won't pass.
Yep.
I think they're purposely setting up a provision like that so it won't pass because it'll be too much for people in Mississippi.
Yeah, but the old people will be like, smoking pot,
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes, they'll be smoking pot everywhere.
Yeah, they didn't need to do that.
Hey, here's the thing. They already are.
Right? Dude, dude, Memphis is special right now. Like, it is really, I mean, I told you the story about the guy just lighting up, but he wasn't even from here. But I mean, people, you just smell it everywhere. You smell the Target parking lot. You smell it.
Kroger.
Yeah. I smelled it walking into Kroger last night.
Yeah. I smell it almost every time in the Kroger parking lot. I'm like, well, who's got the weed? Turns out it's just a skunk in the parking lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Poor skunks. They're getting a bad rap these days.
Man, there ain't no skunks in Midtown. Only that sticky icky. I haven't seen a skunk ever in my life.
I have. Of course, I grew
Yeah,
up.
the zoo?
I grew up in the middle of nowhere. So yeah. So.
Okay.
Hey, believe it or not, LA was filled with them.
Really?
Yes, our dog would come in all the time. We'd have to throw tomato soup all over it. Yes. Yes. I don't know why.
Does the tomato soup trick really work? Okay.
But we'd always like to, let the dog in and not realize it till after he was trying to wipe it off on all the couches and chairs. So then,
Yeah.
you can't throw tomato soup on those.
No, that's right. I randomly thought about that yesterday about the skunk and the tomato soup.
I don't know why. I guess the citrus in it or something.
I have no clue. And you know what? I like the mystery, so I'm not Googling it right now.
I like the mystery. Damn. Out of your mind.
My first break is on Dave Ellefson. Have you kept up with this one?
No, what's going on?
So I woke up this morning to 3 different friends sending me videos of Dave Ellefson, the bass player to Megadeth, masturbating. Apparently, he was sending videos of him masturbating to an underage girl, and now the video is circulating all over the internet to the point where Megadeth had to issue a statement. This is what my first break is on, by the way. Megadeth had to issue a statement. Dave Ellefson had to release a post on Instagram from the girl he sent it to, saying it was a consenting adult. And I had to see a 55-plus-year-old man masturbate first thing this morning. This has been a weird day already. It's been a weird day.
What do I Google?
Dave Ellefson, Ellefson, I believe.
Not IF.
I think it's a double E, like the ELLE. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's ELLE.
I'm like Ross. I like the mystery. I'm not Googling that one right now.
Yeah, no. Like there's one that everybody tells you. Was it Circle of Zoos? Was it? There's the Art of Zoo. I think it's the Art of Zoo, and that's all right. I don't even want to. We're live right now. Like that's animals and humans.
No, I'm not.
And that's going around. It's almost like the blue waffle.
We're not doing that.
And everybody's telling you to Google it, and you're like, "What's like?" They're sneakily making memes about like, "Oh, I took my kids to the Art of Zoo. You should too." And then like you Google it, and you're like, "Oh my god!" The internet is savage this week.
Oh,
How do I see? This is just him denying it.
Is it him denying it? Apparently, it was Brooklyn Vegan. That's like a notable music site. They covered the Instagram post that he did.
I need Ross to make me a list of websites.
I mean, half the crap on there you wouldn't. I don't recognize. I'm like, all right, cool.
You just seem to know all the good websites to get heavy metals stars masturbating.
I started making you a playlist, by the way.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Sweet.
Basically, it's funny. Radio wise, we've been on top of our game for like new singles. Danny and I always talk about like how we're too ahead of it. But like a lot of like the new songs that have come out and stuff like that, we've been pretty current.
Well, because it's actually good.
Really good, yeah.
Well, nice job, music department.
We report.
Well, thanks. We've been working.
It's a shame.
We were close to it, but then they took the night show away, so we can't put any. We don't have enough spins in the day
I got you.
to count.
God, I'm hungry. Where are you going after this? Corey?
Kindergarten graduation. I mean, I'm running.
Oh,
in 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. It doesn't stop. Kids graduation?
Now back to Danny
Crotch crickets
and Country Corey.
Beaver for mayor.
on 98.1 The Max.
Ross Turner, our midday show host and the mayor of Midtown, newly single. How's that going?
It's going.
Yeah, it don't stop, does it?
I mean, I don't seek nor do I deny. I'm 7-Eleven. I'm always open, but not always doing business. You know what I mean? I hate it. Honestly, I hate it. I just want to be comfortable and cuddle. That's really what I want, but that's hard.
You just put that on Facebook Live. Get ready.
I'm just saying. I can always say no.
Or can you?
Wait, men say no?
Yeah, they do. That's the biggest. That little lie that we let women, like it's easy for women to go out and get laid. It's not all the time. There's plenty of women that get rejected.
And I will tell you, there's nothing worse.
There's nothing worse.
Yeah. Because something's really wrong if he says no.
It happens. It
Yeah.
happens.
You saw Alice Cooper live, yes?
Yeah, a couple of times.
So is he a madman on stage with swords and stuff?
I mean, he kind of just shuffles back and forth. He moves. Like you're almost impressed. You're like, wow, this guy's in shape. He plays golf like every single day and swings golf clubs. Like he's like a ridiculous avid golfer.
So he's the original swinger.
He's the original swinger.
Okay.
He's also been like sober for like 40 something years because he was such a lunatic. Like he was drinking and doing drugs with Jimi Hendrix.
Right.
That's how long he's been around.
Right.
But then he cut it off. And now he's probably the sponsor to all the guys like Johnny Depp, Joe Perry, they probably all hit him up like, it's been a rough one, Alice. I'm on a bender. Like he has to like console them.
Talk them down off the ledge or whatever.
Yeah, because you have to talk to like to learn how to not steal, you got to talk to a thief. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like who are you going to respect to talk to you about not doing evil things in that business? That's not like younger than you.
Clarice? Do you hear the lambs, Clarice?
Yeah. I don't know. Alice Cooper, he's a cool dude.
He is. Everybody seems to like him.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like he kind of looks like Dave Grohl, but he kind of like he's the family guy and he just pretends to cut his head off every day.
Yeah, like the opposite of Gene Simmons, because I'm just not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're the opposite, but I mean, Gene just thinks he's cool because he's a rock star. Alice does not.
No, and he's cool, and he's still cool.
Right.
Yeah. Gene Simmons, it was planned.
Right.
Alice
I mean, you wear
Cooper.
makeup and to get on stage, dude. Relax.
So does Alice, though.
True.
He wears the makeup, but
you can recognize them.
yeah, I know. There's like we know the difference between Gene Simmons and Alice Cooper, and you just can't put your finger on it, but you know the difference. It's between like your mom's cooking and something that's at a restaurant that might be better. Oh.
All right, what's coming up after 10, buddy?
Look, I don't know if I'm being punked or not, but there is like a real superhero wandering the streets of Little Rock, and I'm still not believing it. And some people from Little Rock are telling me it's real. It's coming up on the Max.
Okay, clear.